Times better. Just this morning, I just woke up. I was reading the book of James, chapter 1, and the Holy Spirit whispers to me. I came to verse 15, and he asked me, why do you think there are more sin on earth even though Jesus Christ came and he died for the sins of all men? Where do you think sins come from? Where is it first conceived? I couldn't answer. I just kept quiet and silent for just seconds. And he reminds me of verse 15 where I read, but I couldn't understand it. The place said, when lust is conceived, it bears sin. And when sin is finished, it leads to death. That is the end of everything. But it is first conceived in the heart. That is why the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 9 said, the heart is deceitful above all things. Who can understand it? For it is desperately wicked. Verse 10, the Lord said, but I search the heart. I search its reins, and I give to every man according to his deeds. Our thoughts, our minds, our thinking plays the most vital role in our destinies. Proverbs 23 verse 7 said, as a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. If you think of evil things, there is no how you will act in a good way. That is why many people, even though their heart is full of wickedness, when they do one good thing, people criticize them and say, he's just pretending. Why? Because his heart is deep and wicked. But what he possesses out, it is just a hypocritic act. Jesus said in the book of Matthew chapter 12 verse 35, if a man has a good fruit, he will bear fruits that are good. There is no way an evil mind will bring out a good seed. Why? Because what is treasured in his heart is sin and wickedness. The book of Matthew chapter 12 verse 34 said, out of the abundance of the mouth, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. We should guide our hearts with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Proverbs 23 verse 7. As a man thinketh, so he is. In the school of knowledge, in the school of life, your thought plays the most vital role. Your thought determines your destiny. If your thought is pure, your destiny will be established. If the Lord cannot fail, then you cannot fail because he lives in you. And what is in you is greater than what is in the world. If the Lord can do it, then we can do it. Because he is with us. In the book of Genesis chapter 11, the Bible gave us and recorded a story to tell us how the power of imagination. The people gathered themselves to build a tower that its top will reach up to heaven. The Lord made a most vital statement in verse 6. He said, this they began to do, and now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. The power of their imagination, the power of their success was rooted in their imagination. That is to tell you and me that what is too big for our imagination is too big for our manifestation. Your imagination set the face of your destination. What you may become tomorrow is the product of your thoughts of today. How did David, the great king in the Bible, fall? It is through his heart. Sin is conceived in his heart. Lust was conceived in his heart, and he lost it after Bathsheba. And that was what caused sin. And from that, it leads to the death of even his child. What happened to Judas Iscariot? Satan entered him. What happened to Ananias and Sapphira? Peter asked them in the book of Acts. He said, why did you allow enter to enter your heart? We should be mindful of our heart, because out of it, everything comes. Out of it, the source and everything we do comes. People look at us, not only on our deeds. I can sit with you for 24 hours. We just gisted with you. But through your words, I can be able to know what kind of person you are. Because your word justifies you. That is why Jesus said that by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned. We should be careful of our thoughts, because Satan gets us through our thoughts. Before you speak, your action already speaks. Criticism starts from the heart. Hypocrisy starts from the heart. Envy starts from the heart. Anger starts from the heart. May the Lord help us. Thank you.